It's Jenny at the Orcas Public Library, and I have some books for you this week. And these books are about friends that I see in the garden when I go down to my garden. And you might even have some, maybe not even in your garden, but just probably around. That's right. And these friends of mine are actually worms. That's right. And the first book I wanted to read is called Worm Loves Worm because, well, we love worms. I'm sure you do. And if you don't love them, well, I'm sure you will soon. So let's read this book. And this book was actually written by J.J. Austrian, and it's written by Mike Curato, and it is published by Balzer and Bray. So we will thank them for letting us read it in quarantine. That is right. Let's read that one. Worm loves worm. Let's get married, said worm to worm. Yes, answers worm. Let's get married. Wait, says cricket. You'll need someone to marry you. That's how it's always been done. I'll marry you. Good. Now can we get married? Asked Worm. Wait, says Beetle. You've got to have a best beetle, and naturally, that would be me. Now can we be married? Asked Worm. Wait, 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 says the bees. You need bride's bees. Can we be the bride's bees? Please, please, please. Yes, said Worm. Now, can we be married? You'll need to get rings to wear on your fingers, said Cricket. That's how it's always been done. But I don't have fingers, said Worm. We can wear them like belts, said Worm. Wonderful, said Worm. Now, can we get married? Just make sure to have a band so we can dance, says Beetle. But we don't have feet to dance with, said Worm. We can just wiggle around, said Worm, like this. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I bet you can wiggle too. Fun, said Worm. Now we can be married. But you still need a white dress, a tuxedo, a top hat, lots and lots of flowers, and a cake with frosting, said the bees. But we don't have heads or hats, said Worm, or hands to hold flowers. And we only eat dirt, said Worm. Wait, said Spider. I can attach the hat and flowers to you with my sticky web. Thank you, said Worm, and Worm. But who will eat the cake? Asked the bees. I can eat the cake along with Cricket and Beetle, said Spider. What did you say? Asked Cricket and Beetle. Oh, nothing, said Spider with a smile. Wink, 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 he says. Now we can be married, said Worm. But which one of you is the bride? Asked the bees. How can we be the bride's bees if we don't know who the bride is? I can be the bride, said Worm. And I can too, said Worm. But one of you has got to be the groom, or how can I be the best beetle? Asked Beetle. I can be the groom, said Worm. And I can too, said Worm. We can both. Amazing, said Spider. Really? asked Beetle. and the bees? Wait, says Cricket. That isn't how it's always been done. Then we'll just change how it's done, said Worm. Yes, says Worm. And so they were married because Worm loves Worm. Hope you like that story. It's a good one. Because after all, Worm loves Worm. And I have lots of Worm books here at the library. Oh, there's so many Worm books that I feel like I need to read just one more to really appreciate these worms more. Let's try this one. And this one's just simply called The Worm. And it's written and illustrated by Elise Gravel. And that worm is saying, "Oh, hi." I don't think she has arms, or he has arms, or I don't think they have arms to say anything. And this book is published by Tundra Books, so we will thank them for letting us read them in quarantine. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you The Worm. Enchanté. The worm is a long animal that's shaped like a tube. It doesn't have a skeleton or a spine. It is an invertebrate. It also doesn't have any legs. So what? If I had legs, I'd have to buy shoes. That's right. There are many different kinds of worms. Here are some of them. The earthworm. I'm the most popular. The tapeworm. I'm not exactly stinky. The flatworm. The white worm. I'm called a worm, but I have legs. Many insect larvae like the maggot. Baby fly. Some worms are so small that you need a microscope to see them. Others can be 115 feet long, like the ribbon worm that lives in oceans and rivers. Big worm and the little worm. Oh, you're so cute, the big worm says. Worms can live in different habitats. Some live in the water, others live in rotting plants, some even live inside human or animal bodies. These worms are called parasites. Pass the salt, please. The most common worm is you guessed it, the earthworm. An earthworm is basically a long digestive tract inside a muscular tube. It's that muscle tube that's slimy and disgusting. Hey, I am not disgusting. Worms have been on Earth for millions of years, maybe even billions. Biologists believe they evolved with the dinosaurs. Back in my day, kids respected earthworms. Earthworms have no eyes, but they can sense light with something called photoreceptors, sensors in the worm skin that react to light. No eyes? That can't be true. I'm sure I have some eyes around here somewhere. Let's take a look. Earthworms move by squeezing their muscles, causing their bodies to contract and expand. Contract and then expand, and then contract and expand. Feel these. Well, they don't really have arms, do they? No. Earthworms eat rotting plants and enrich the soil by making paths that let air and water circulate in it. Thank you, sir, the plant says. You're welcome, madam. It's good for nature. Many kinds of worms are hermaphrodites, which means they have both male and female reproductive organs. In other words, an earthworm is a boy and a girl at the same time, and they still need a partner to reproduce, though. You look ravishing today, dear. Earthworms might seem pretty gross, but they're very useful. They recycle nature's waste and help turn it into soil. Farmers and gardeners love earthworms. Fishermen use earthworms to catch fish, and some people even eat them and find them delicious. What? Delicious? No. I'm disgusting. So next time you meet an earthworm, be polite. Worms are your friends. Hey, want to play football? Well, I don't know if a worm really could play football very well, but they are your friends. I appreciate what they do in the garden for my soil. Definitely do. And those are our 2 stories this week. I will see people hopefully in the Village Green on Saturdays all summer long at 11 in the morning. So please join us. I'd love to see you there. This is going to be our last virtual story time, and it's been really good to see you over this past year. I have lots of programs here that you can sign up for. Next Wednesday, we're going to start our summer reading program, and it's going to be so much fun. We're going to do exploring in Moran State Park. We are going to be giving away prizes for reading this summer, and we're going to have a lot of things like walking in the parade and getting free t-shirts. We'll be making monster crafting events. So do sign up. Make sure you get your summer reading packet, and we will hopefully see you all summer long. Lots of fun things to do. So it's been really good, and we will see you at the library or the Village Green. So take care. Bye-bye.